Ah, language, forever evolving, endlessly fascinating. Just when you think you've got a handle on the latest slang, some archaic gem rises from the linguistic ashes. Today we're exploring vintage words finding their way back into modern conversations. First on our list is gumption, a word that trips off the tongue with satisfying solidity. Dating back to the 18th century, Gumption speaks of resourcefulness and courage. Think of a young Dickens protagonist facing down a world of gruel and injustice armed with nothing but their wits and a good dose of gumption. Next we delve into the world of elegant articulation with hitherto, meaning up until now, or previously. Hitherto once graced the hallowed halls of formal writing and speech. And now, like a distinguished gentleman returning from a grand tour, it's making a comeback. People are rediscovering the joy of eschewing the mundane until now in favor of something with a bit more panache. Now, let's inject a bit of delightful disarray into the proceedings with Brouhaha, a wonderfully evocative word from the French language. It's the perfect word for describing those gloriously chaotic situations where a simple fuss simply won't suffice. From the sublime to the ridiculous, we arrive at tomfoolery, a word that conjures up images of jesters and tricksters. It's been tickling our funny bones since the 18th century, this delightful term for foolish or silly behavior. Perhaps it's a welcome antidote to the seriousness of the times, a reminder that a little light-hearted mischief never hurt anyone. Speaking of delightful, let's travel north of the border with Kafuffle, a word that instantly transports us to a world of rolling hills and spirited calids. Meaning a commotion or fuss, often caused by conflicting opinions, Kafuffle adds a touch of whimsicality to disagreement. Ah, to lollygag, to cast aside the shackles of productivity and embrace the sweet embrace of doing absolutely nothing at all. It's a deliberate act of rebellion against the tyranny of the to-do list, a celebration of the lost art of simply being. So the next time you find yourself with a spare moment, resist the urge to fill it with frantic activity. Instead, I urge you, dear viewer, to lollygag. Now let's talk Boulder Dash. This, my friends, is not your average everyday nonsense. No, Boulder Dash is nonsense of the highest order, delivered with a flourish and a knowing wink. It's a word that drips with theatrical disdain, a verbal rapier with which to skewer the ridiculous and expose it for the sham it truly is. From the ridiculous to the refined, we come to Dapper. This, my friends, is a word that speaks of sartorial elegance, of impeccable grooming, of a certain je ne sais quoi that elevates one above the mundane. A dapper gentleman is a symphony in starch and polish, a walking, talking testament to the enduring power of a well-tailored suit. Life, alas, is not all champagne and roses. Sometimes a hasty retreat is in order, a swift and decisive exit from a situation gone awry. And for those moments, my friends, we have skedaddle, a word that embraces the urgency of the moment. Finally, we delve into the world of pedantry with pettifogging. This, my friends, is a word for those who revel in the minutiae, who find endless fascination in the tiniest of details. While not a word for everyday use, pettifogging enjoys a certain renaissance in legal and political circles. And there you have it, a whirlwind tour through the delightful world of old-fashioned words, making a triumphant return to our modern lexicon. Whether you're complimenting someone's gumption, reacting to a kerfuffle, or laughing at a bit of tomfoolery, these vintage words can add color and charm to your vocabulary. Which word do you think deserves a permanent place in today's language? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fun with language.